Laki. All right, so folks, good morning, good afternoon again, good evening, wherever you are. We are here in Foya, River County, and His Excellency the President woke up this morning to scores of Liberians, marketeers, and farmers at the gate of his house. We've come to wish him happy birthday. Wish him happy birthday. And this kid has 700 to give His Excellency the President for the development he has. Like you good?
Thank you for development for the whole country.
He was telling the President, thank you.
Yeah. What the hell are they keep?
Are you West about to
Big guy there.
go West about it?
Angela.
And the elders and the chiefs have come to bring gifts. Another group of citizens are here also presenting gifts, plantains.
Hey everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Namaste. Merry Christmas once again. Happy holidays. Thank you for being here this evening. Thank you for being patient with us. One second, everyone. My son will not let me be. Sorry about that, guys. My son, he would not leave me alone. He doesn't want anything to when he see me doing something. So yeah, sorry about that. So hi, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're watching from. And once again, namaste. How was your holidays, guys? How was your Christmas? How was it in Liberia? And how was it here in the US? Or whatever you are. Let us know. Comment and let us know what's going on. How you spend your holidays, what you did, what you didn't do. Comment it and let us talk about it. So for me, it was a sleeping day. I just wanted to be home and just rest the whole time. Didn't feel like going anywhere. It was a nice day though in Houston. Very warm. We don't worry about white Christmas here. Only people who live in snowy states are the one who worry about white Christmas. We don't, because we don't have any. We don't have white Christmas in Houston, Texas. So we don't even buy ourselves with it. But nevertheless, thank God we made it. That we've seen this day. Yeah, and it was a great day. What did we eat? Missed beans gravy. My kids love beans, so that was what they wanted, and that's what we had. Beans gravy, kidney beans, y'all. It was great. It was nice, but I wasn't really in the mood. I just wanted to rest. I just wanted to sleep, and I did that, but it wasn't for long. I had to go out. They wanted to get out of the house, so I had to get out anyway to go to that uncle house, and just came back. But I want to hear from you. Comment. Please share the show. Please subscribe. And plus, let me tell you guys, we haven't been on here for like almost 2 weeks because for you who are watching on YouTube, we got flagged by YouTube. And I'll make everything Tourette's fault, okay? Tourette's played. There was a documentary we played here one time, well, 2 times, when we didn't come on. The first one was about the war in Liberia with Charles Taylor and the Firestone People Company when he was demanding them to pay taxes to him instead of the Liberian government. He was the government at the time in his head, and they were doing that. So, sometimes we just want you to reminisce, right, on things that happen in our country and how far we have come as country. And so know that sometimes when you look at those things, you be like, that was stupid. We did that. We just want people to just be, especially people who think that the ones who never seen it and didn't see anything that had to do with a war. So they always talking war, always want to be acting like rebels in the street, or always want, so know things that Liberia had gone through and the Liberian people. So we had so much thing to do, so we decided to play that, right? But it was a PBS documentary. Copyrights. We did not put any disclaimer on it, and we just play it on the show like that. So when we did that, PBS flagged us. They sent us the email, but no one checked the email. So we thought it was cool. And then the next time we played the Ebola thing from Sierra Leone, Guinea, and Liberia. When we did that, they shut us down. Stop streaming for like 2 weeks now, right? So when we seen the message, when I tried to put on that, it was that I can't scream because this is, I was like, oh my God. So I was kind of wondering what video or what they were talking about. When I went through it, I seen it. And I was like, well, how come we played another PBS video here and we did not get in trouble for it? So it was a warning. They sent us a warning, but we didn't see it. So when I went through the email, I seen that they had warned us to stop doing that. That was the it had a copyright. I think YouTube is very heavy on copyright something. So, and we didn't see it, so we ignored it, right? Well, not ignore, we didn't see it. So that's how we thought it was okay to play another one, and we got in trouble for it. So that's the story. That's why we haven't been on all that time. So I was like, oh my God, I can't believe we got in trouble. It's no one strike, and they kept us off for almost 2 weeks. Imagine. So we try to be careful now. We're just gonna be playing all those, Liberian videos now. I thought I was helping PBS out to patronize them, right? Our stuff is not monetized, so why are you getting mad and shutting my stuff down? But anyways, that's YouTube. They are very heavy on copyright issue. At least we learn our lesson, right? The hard way too. But apart from that, everything else been great. Thank God we're alive. We're here. A lot of people have traveled, gone to Liberia for the Christmas. The Decemberies, they're among us, they're gone. So yeah, you might not be seeing a lot of faces yet today. So yeah, share the show. And we've been looking at Liberia in this we who are far away from Liberia been watching and seeing things that are going on in the country. I mean, it looks beautiful, right? You would say you don't have to be, supporting whatever, just looking at your country, it looks really good. Like I always say here, it's not where I want it to be yet. It's not 100%, but it does look good. It looks clean. It's decorated well, decorated for the Christmas of holidays. So, I mean, some part of Liberia, when I see them, I'm like, this is not Liberia. Where is this? And yeah, I think we thank God we're getting there. Good morning, you guys. Hello. Welcome, 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 welcome. How was your Christmas? What did you eat? What did you do? How did you party? How, I'm just playing. But how are you all doing? Please share the show and welcome. So, there's a lot of video. Well, I just played one other video. And what caught my eye in this video is this little boy. I just thought he was too daggone cute. What he did, right? That was just so cute. So I know all of you have seen the video. That little boy that gave the president, $7 or so. That was just so cute. Anyway, like I don't know, he's trying to contribute to the development. This little boy. Wait, let me look for the video and play it, and then we'll talk about it before I want the guys to come on first before I do that. But still, well, the president is in Foya in Lofa spending his holidays, I guess, home. He went back home to celebrate. That is nice, right? His village, his town, his county, to spend the Christmas, all the holidays, which is a good thing. If I were in Liberia, I'll be spending the holidays in Marshall too. Just to let you know, saying the presidents can go home to go celebrate his holiday. I would be going home to the Marshall Territory to go celebrate my holidays there, spend the holidays there. Maybe be doing a lot of swimming. I'm from an ocean city, y'all, so I can love with, swimming, go on the beach. We have a lot of beaches in Marshall. That's our landmark. The beauty of our city. We are proud of it. We were from Marshall Territory. We are proud of it, and I think a lot of people starting to want a little bit of that. They're coming over, and we share. Because we love to share. So people said that we sold our land for smoked fish. The people don't like good. You try to be nice, they find something wrong with you, right? First, let's where is this video? The little boy. That's my favorite scene of the whole Lofa tour this weekend. I just thought that was so cute to see that, to think that his $7 was needed to keep developing the country. That was just cute for me. I was like, oh, look at his little glasses. Yeah. I don't know why I put a video there though. Come on. It's just not. I know a lot of you have seen it. Okay. But first, let me see. I hope this is not just a content that he's doing here. Let me try to find a video. This guy was talking about something about that we all been talking about, the education system in Liberia. That something is about to be done about it, school fees and all of that. And I saw this video and I thought, these are the people who goes around highlighting the president projects and things. So I don't think this is a lie. That's why I wanted to see. Maybe some of you have heard about it. Amy is the video girl. She comes on here and play all the videos. Like, have you heard? Kind of like the gossip, right? Have you heard about this? Did you see this? Let's talk about it. Is this real?
President Bonga had tested so many places where it remained a school. But I listen to the news. And when you come closer, they listen to this. You see, the Ministry of Education, starting from January 15, they will be passing from school to school, carry on inspection to know why some of the school are expensive. When they reach your school, they come and see the facility you have into that school. They come and know the amount of money you pay your teacher and how many dollars students are paying in the school. In order to reduce the student school fees, they first have to know all the facility you have in the school. Then they will reduce it or they let it be. Yes, all they let it be. So I want us to tell President Buga take it in advance, people. President Buga had tell so.
Okay, so I didn't see anything about that personally, but I seen that video. And I was like, so what? This is good. If this, what I'm hearing is true, is good because we always, our people are crying for school fees, you know, complaining. I don't know if you're hearing this or is this me? Oof. That was noisy. I don't know if you guys heard that, but if it was just me, hopefully you didn't hear it. But it was really, really messy right now. But anyways, like I was saying, our people have been complaining about school fees and nothing good, well, different that have been done with the schools. You see some of the buildings looks like they been there since 1847. They don't even paint them. The environment, there's no, they don't have any kind of modern day computer or technologies, nothing, but they're just raising school fees. Raising school fees every year, every year, every year. What are you doing differently? What is it that you put it in the school that you think you did all of it expensive and you need to raise the school fee to get your money out of? How much are you paying? Some of these teachers are not even getting paid every month. But people are just like Liberia is just like has been like everybody just do their own thing. You just get up and just choose to do what you want to do. And for me to hear this, if it is true, which I don't think he would be saying it if it's not true, because they're the one going around showing us projects and stuff like that. So I was really excited when I heard that. I was like, finally, somebody would be, be held accountable for trying to exploit our people. The country is already, there's no job. We always talk about it. Not yet. And the country is still hard. We always talk about it. And then these things that are supposed to be, rights for them. I'm not telling them private school not to charge school fees, right? But for goodness sake, you have to do it. You don't do it in a way that you are exploiting the people. If you're giving in this, what kind of level of education that you're giving in another schools in a country is doing, right? Or that reach the standard outside of the country, that when those students get out, they can compete with other people in a neighboring countries that who have good school system and stuff like that. What in every school these days again developed Africa, they have technologies, they have all of the things in school, labs, computer labs, and all of the other stuff. Do they have that in every schools in Liberia? I doubt it. Okay, but the school fees is up there the same way everybody school fees high. And then you have family with 4 children, household, 4 children. If you're charging $500, $400 US dollars per child, a family with 4 children, no job, how are they supposed to send their kids to school? So it's ridiculous. I think government looking into it and see why your school fees is so high. What is it that is, you doing differently, or what is it that is so special that you do that making those school fees high is a good thing? I think I would love to see that, to stop them from doing stuff like that. At least when these people know that they have government regulators that are working, that are looking to see what they're doing wrong, they won't be so bold, emboldened to do it like they've been doing it. I think we should be happy about that, because accountability is what Liberia is lacking. Not like they don't have the laws. Like we always hear all of these laws, rules, laws, and something, but the implementation of those laws is what we're lacking. Accountability. So when the government decides to do that, it's a good thing. And I think we all should applaud it to see it, and we should push it that it happen. It shouldn't just be Romans and just die in it, in the air. We should push it. So I'm excited. I love to hear news like that. It makes me, think that, oh, I did not make the wrong decision for supporting JMV for president. Yes. So I know everybody come on sometimes when we say, our friends say, oh, this is not happening, that is not happening. And I want Emmanuel to be here because he always says he wants to see stuff like, similar to this. And I wanted him to be here to talk about it. This is not happening. That is not happening. We've seen it, but what about this? What about school? What about? And sometimes we tell them that everything cannot just happen at once, right? You have to tackle the much needed things that we need. We need security. Security is key to me. I don't know. That's my opinion, right? You can have all of the skyscrapers. You can have all of the best schools. You can have all of the building pin test. You can do, what if you don't have good security in the country? Everywhere you at is danger, but the country is beautiful and something. That's the problem, right? You have all the food to eat. You are not secure to get from point A to point B. That's the problem, right? And electricity. If we don't have all of those things, a second. Who is this now? Sorry about that, guys. Somebody was trying to call my phone. Yeah, so security, my thing is the first thing on my list is security. And then, you know, electricity. Well, that's including security somehow, right? If we have all of these clear places, lights everywhere, no, you know, sitting in the corner doing some sinister behavior, carrying on some stuff like that. So that's part of security, in my opinion, too. And then roads, farm to market roads, like from one state, from one county to another county, right? That's important. We have been hearing a lot of people talking about that, how easy it has made their lives, how hard it used to be for cars to travel from one state. What do I keep saying state? from, from one county to another county, and it's gotten better, and people are moving about freely. That and the transportation fare has dropped. All of that, right? If you don't have good roads, we would be in a system, and it would still be expensive because people are taking all of this time. They have to charge, they have to do this. So all of those things, they have to tackle it. Then you come down to something like this, the highest school fee stuff, right on time. You have to take care of the other stuff first. What if we come and just all go reduce the school fees and everything else? We focus on that, and then everything else, like I'm part of the government, right? But as people, that's what I mean. We do that and then leave the first ones that I named, and then leave them I think that would be like working from backward. I don't know. That's my opinion. Don't shoot me for it, but that's what I think it will be, working from backward. Right now, if you go tackle things like school fees, trying to, question schools about why they are raising fees like that to that level. What's new? What are you doing? How much are you paying your teachers? What quality have you added to the lesson you're teaching the children? All of that now is the right time to do that, because we have gotten some relief and in transportation, relief on the roads and stuff. So if parents get relief in school fees, that's another thing. That it's little by little, we're doing something. We're getting there, right? But the main thing, the main focus is job creations that we all talk about. We all want. That's the biggest, in the biggest elephant in the room. The jobs creation. So yeah, while we are still waiting for the job, we will accept the little ones that come along, like the school fees and stuff like that. It's important as well. We should be that's why I was kind of excited when I seen that video. I was like, oh yeah, I don't have a student in school, but I do think about my people all the time. I think about what they're going through. I think about what my country is like, and I think about little children not being in school. Like sometimes you hear it right on these videos, interviews, that are interviewing little kids like, why aren't you in school? My mom don't have money to send me to school, or my dad don't have money to, my parents don't have money because of higher school fees. If they're affordable, every children will be in school. But if they're not, this is what happened. And then what? They get in the street to sell because they are not in school. So this is a good thing. And I am excited about it. I can't wait to see it being implemented. And with that, I seen another video that kids would, well, that's not a video. That we've seen the press release for that children starting from, I think it was sometime in October, November, that they were going to be no children were allowed to sell on the street anymore, to be in the street to sell. So we're seeing some action being taken there. Go in the street. I don't know how that's supposed to work, but I think you are supposed to be asking for the children, parents and stuff, or where are your parents? Why are you here? And they try to let them go in, grabbing them and scaring them off. I think that's a little something traumatizing to do that. I seen a video that I think the scene, I don't know if it was for commerce and some security forces going to school, in the street, and seeing the kids selling in the school, in the street, and they to get them out of the street. And I think it was kind of traumatizing for some of them. They thought they was being taken to jail or something like that, and they were crying and stuff like that. I felt bad seeing that. I said, maybe this is not, we haven't really thought this one out pretty well to do it. I think we should be targeting the parents, asking them to, allow the kids to not sell in the school, in the street, instead of trying to grab them like that and forcibly take them out of the street. No, I don't like that. I don't know. But hey, they're the smart people and they're the government officials. Maybe they know what works. But for me, as a mother, I don't like that. I think they're scaring the kids. And they should do it in a different form. I like the fact that they want kids out of the streets and all that. But that's something that has been going on for a very long time, though. When you stop in something like that, it's not just going to be automatic, right? Especially stuff that people are used to. Things that are the norms, that seems normal to them, that seems like a, regular, normal thing to them. just changing it like that is not gonna be, you know, it's not gonna be you know, quick like we want it to be. It has to be like, little by little till they get used to it. Going in the street like that and just grabbing them, I don't like that. Yeah, I think they need to think about that one. Hey, Manuel, thank you for they need to think about that.
Sorry.
Oh, why does it sound like that?
How am I sounding?
You
I'm
sound
sounding bad?
You got a grainy sound.
Oh, really?
Let me see. Let me
You want me to get out and come back?
Yeah.
So, microphone, let me see.
I don't know why it sounds. He was not connected. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Are you guys hearing the sound that I'm hearing from Emmanuel? Please let me know, because he was sounding pretty bad. I don't know if it was his, if it was a gadget or it was just me, if it was mine, so I can know. Yeah. So, oh yeah, probably it's me. I don't know.
Hello?
Can you hear me clearly?
I can hear you clearly. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I think it's probably from mine. I don't think it's from you. Hold on 1 second. But say hi to the people and tell us how you
That's me,
spend your
it's
holiday.
I'm monitoring it. It's clear on the side.
Let me try to fix this. Let me see. I think it's mine.
Okay. Hi to our followers, to those of you who are following us from wherever you are. Hello to you. I see Augustine, Satya Daniels, Matthew Williams. Welcome to you. Who else that is following that I can see your name? It's a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you for following us. This is all about Liberia. So we are here to talk about Liberia tonight. You want to get out and come by, Amy? I think it'll be okay. Maybe since you because people are hearing me, I think I'm clear. Yeah, I'm clear. People are hearing me clearly.
I think it's me because I can hear you clearly on something here. So
Okay.
I think it got something to do. So yeah, go ahead. Let me try to get out and come back. Yeah.
I think you're clear now.
But you're hearing me clearly, but I can't. You kind of graining when you're talking to me. From my end, yeah, I'm not hearing you clearly.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think it's from the thing, not from you.
No problem.
But I was talking about the how did you spend your holidays, by the way?
I slept the entire day.
Isn't it a day for rest? Oh.
I slept the entire day.
That's what
In the
I did.
morning, I think I share food. I have to share food with a few family members around here, and then I just slept the rest of the day.
Yeah, so I try to do the same thing too, but I had to get
still grounding?
Huh?
I think I am. Still grounding.
I'm grounding?
I know I still I'm still grounding at your end, right?
Oh yeah, but I think if everybody can hear you clearly, then because I try to go out there and listen to you from my living room and stuff.
You take a different phone and look and listen. You'll be
I
clear.
don't think it's your phone. I'm pretty sure because something that started happening before you came on. And I was playing this on the video, so I'm pretty sure it's me.
We're having a heavy snow here tonight.
Hmm?
So we're having snow.
Yeah, but anyway, let's
Heavy snow.
guys, please comment in the comment section if you can hear Emmanuel clearly. Then I can manage it. But if you can, please someone tell us in the comment section if you can hear him clearly. Please. Thank you. We appreciate you. So Emmanuel, I played a video, right? About the president is about to, or the government is about to start going from school to school, I guess, inspecting. I guess that's the Ministry of Education doing something
Okay.
like that to inspect these schools and their, curriculums and their pay and what other new things that they have added to the schools that their tuitions are so high.
Okay.
So if they can't prove anything, they will have to tell them to bring it down. Or if they can't prove anything is kind of makes sense of what they're showing or telling them, then they probably stay up there, right? So this is what I was talking about and how excited I was about that, to you, Kimon. So what do you think with something like
Yeah.
that happening and stuff?
You know, usually I don't like the government to just say it and I praise them. I don't see them doing it. Because the reason is there are several things the president may have said, and people will come to you and say, forget about it, and then you forget about it. Number one thing that I really appreciated him on when he said I was supporting him, later on, they just forget about it, was the issue of national ID. It came the time the president announced that anybody who don't have a national ID, you not get served at the various banks, you not enter government buildings and stuff like that. And after a month, they just shut it down. So now he's talking about the school. If he came to the national ID, he talks about auditing the NSA and the EPS. And all of a sudden, it did not go through. Now he talk about doing, I think he talks about people going out there to check the salary of people to see whether everybody salary have been harmonized, whether some people are not making more than a certain amount. He said it, did not follow through. So there's several good things the president has said and he did not follow through. So this is another good thing that he's saying. I hope people who are benefiting from this will not come to him again and say, Mr. President, we'll take care of it, forget about it.
I would with the salary thing. I think the finance minister talked about it. That they did raise some salaries when they came in. People who are
I'm not going to raising salary. That was not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about raising salary.
You're talking about harmonized, right?
No, the one talking about what people are making 15,000, and some people they are especially it started with the LTA stuff. What people are making 3,000 for a generator, and then all the other one. There was the time the president made an announcement about it. That they will go. I think he set up a committee to go and look after this and come back. And since then, we never heard about it again. And that was a very good thing. I think it was going to be very good. But, like I said, the president has said a lot of good things. But I don't know why the program allow him to follow through. And they say that too many things going on that sometimes takes the attention away from these things that when you say them, And one example is the issue, apart from the salary, the issue of the national ID was a very good thing. What we're going to do, we're going to give credibility to our elections.
Mm-hmm.
But I know much about what happened in the elections in Liberia.
Yeah, me too. I was kind of wondering why. What's going on with that?
People that are close to Guinea will get people from Guinea to come vote for them. People that are closer to Sierra Leone will get people from Sierra Leone to come vote for them. People that are closer to Arago will get people from Arago to come vote for them. Now, if you have that national ID system,
So you think it's the legislature that is stepping on it, or because those are the people who be tracking people from everywhere?
the Niger
So
legislature alone, the political parties benefit from it. If they bring the people, they can tell them who to vote for. They can tell which person to vote for. So that, for instance, as I put in Arizona coming, yeah, I want to be senator. So I go out and bring 500 people. I tell them who to vote for as well, not just me. So not just benefiting only the lawmakers, it also benefits presidential candidates. So I really think that issue of that idea will be very good. Will add a lot of credibility to our elections. We'll not have time for voter registration, like for instance, a county that get 400 people, time for voter registration, they go to 800. Extra 400 add to them. And after the election, you can't see the people again.
that was in there. What country where the Abashia comes from?
Yeah.
What country? What's the name? Abashia? What country?
Abachi is from River Cess. Grand Cru.
River Cess.
Abachi from Grand Cru. Grand
Cru.
Yeah.
Yes. So that was happening during the election when they were counting the votes. I don't know if you remember, they said they wanted to do that part of the country overall or something like that because there was only like 500 person voters and it was more than 500.
The solution to this thing,
register, yeah. It was 500 registered voters, but it was more people that voted.
Right. So the solution to this thing here is to have.
You go rig the vote and you be stupid and ain't doing it.
The solution to this thing is to have a national.
Or you go stuff the ballot, you overstuff it. That was funny.
To have a national ID. The national ID system will help to reduce the thing. So anybody you go register, you show a national ID. You know, and all of a sudden the president, after you finish announcing it, they just stop it. You know,
I'm not hearing. I don't know what's going on.
You're not hearing us?
Can you hear us? You can hear us? Morris? No, he's not hearing us.
You can't hear us, man?
Morris, can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm not hearing.
Okay, then
let me log out and come back. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know. Everybody having some.
Morris, when you're listening to us, when you're coming in, authorize the microphone. The microphone will ask you. When you authorize the microphone, you don't hear us. So, Amy, this is a very good thing for me. Like I said, it'll be good for Liberia. But I hope the people surrounding the president again will not stop him. They still will stop the national ID something. Seriously,
yeah, I know.
Most of the people in the government, they got schools. And you know, some of them they got family who are running schools. Some of them they are board members for certain schools. They're benefiting.
That's true.
And you know, so if you look at it, like for instance, at Falaga School, really infinitely making a budget for the whole year.
So do you think that's why they're not paying attention to these things like the most? Because a lot of them lawmakers and stuff, they have their own schools.
They have their own schools.
Everything. Do you think that's why some of these things stalls in our country to implement some of those rules and stuff because they're trying to protect themselves?
Right. That's why the government schools are not doing well because the people got their personal schools. Like the former education minister under the CDC administration, he had his own school. You know, the former health minister had her own hospital. So all these things, when you are in the government,
the minister of health.
Yeah, Minister of Health, former Minister of Health, own hospital. Now, Vice President got in school. Our senators and representatives got our schools. So when they put already, like for instance, usually when they start,
Vice President got a school where?
Not school, excuse me, hospital. I'm making a mistake. He got a hospital.
Now, but I heard whatever he had in Nima County, he turned it over to the government, right?
No, it's not true. He did
That's
not turn
what
over.
was said.
That was what said, but that's not true. When I tell you,
So how do we why do we know what's not true? You said it's not true. Okay, so tell us why it's not true and how do you know that?
because when you're doing a article, you're doing a asset declaration, you still claim it. So if it's for the government, you don't have to claim on the asset declaration. Can I claim something that's not for me?
He claimed that on an asset declaration?
Yes. He only give it to the government to run it, but he did not get a document. He did not pass the document on to the government. It ain't the government name.
That's kind of sticky.
He let us say, give him a car to drive, right? The car is not for you until I put the title in your name.
Yeah.
So that's how it was. The government was running it. The government had to, but it was not owned by the government. So the point I'm saying is not so much about the vice president you're calling him because I think they want to know, but there are several of them out there. I don't want it to appear like going after the vice president. Oh, my phone. Oh, I thought. Sorry, my string close, so I thought I went off.
I don't know what's happening tonight. But oh gosh, just
so
more is okay now. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I am hearing you guys.
Okay. So the fact that people in the government running their own things, they got their transportation systems, some of them get buses, some of them get trucks, some of them get their schools, some of them get their hospitals. So that they have to pay attention to the government stuff. So whether the government get it, it's not their business. So the president says something good.
We'll read it. He said,
yeah. It's being funded by the government, but it's not in the government's name. That's what I keep saying. Even PYG.
So that means he what he did was
he give it to the government to run
it.
Yeah,
he got his
position as ownership. The ownership will not turn over to the government.
Yeah, so we can't call it his school right now. Saying he turned it over
the hospital
because of that, it would seem like a conflict of interest.
Yeah, we are the hospital. He said he turned it over to the government. The government operating it, but we're not in the government's name. The title, the document was still in his name. And let it happen now. You can look for the vice president asset declaration, you see it.
Okay, so could it be in his name and he turned the operation of it to the government?
Yes.
It to not be like conflict of interest that he personally involved with it now. Like when you have, businesses and stuff and you insert, so you gotta get yourself out of that,
Right. I don't know how it was done. Maybe it was done so that the government will fund it. I don't know how it was done, but the document was not in the government's name. Okay. The government operating it. But the point, like I said, I don't want us to do on the vice president. I don't want to figure. I go like just select him or point it to here alone. That is the issue of the government. Almost all of the senators and representatives got something that they're running. Like Sir Joseph got buses that are being run by Asalamita. He got trucks. Fala also the same thing, and several other people like the other senator from Sando. He got a mining company. So people in the government and they running things. So like that, they fight so that the government don't succeed in certain places. Because the government succeeded, then their businesses will close down in that direction. So that the issue of the school right now, what the president is saying, it sounds good. But people who running that school that are in the government, they tell the president, you know what happened? Just wait, next year we'll make new law, and then the president might not succeed going forward.
Thank you.
Good thing, but people, seriously.
Man, how you guys doing? It's been a while, long time.
I know, we just came back. I tried today, so I was like, they released us. We are no longer banned. Yeah, I told them what you two are doing to us.
Oh, so we're good now?
Yeah, so we're
trying to be good.
Oh, okay, that's good. Wonderful, man. Mr. Nothing has changed. My brother, how you doing?
I'm good, boss. Thank you.
Our chief host. They may already answer to the name, so yeah, leave that one there.
kids.
Yeah, but I mean, I just joined the show. I don't know whether it was just a random conversation you were having or was a specific
No, it was a
topic that you were.
specific. I'm telling you, it was a video that I just played. Let me see if I don't know if I still have it here about the presidents. You know, one of these boys who always goes around to showcase the working of the president had a video that said something about the educational system, like school fees and stuff, rising, causing school fees. How they're about to. Hold on, let me play. About to government about to review that and have kind of like inspection, like going from school to schools to see why school fees are so high. What are they doing differently? What are the extra things that they have added on it? You know, like the standard of the school and how are you paying your people, your teachers, and stuff like that. But let's hear from his lips. And I will, you know, Amy like to play videos, right? That video will be trouble. So sometimes videos, but you guys are going around showcasing, so they're not gonna tell us something like this now. Okay, so here you go. Can you guys see it?
Yeah. It's not playing.
President Boga has tested so many places where it remains a school. But you listen to the news. And when you come closer, they listen to this. You see, the Ministry of Education, starting from January 15, they will be passing from school to school. Every on inspection to know why some of the school are expensive. When they reach your school, they come and see the facility you have into that school. They come and know the amount of money you pay your teacher and how many dollars students are paying in the school. In order to reduce the students' school fees, if we have to know all the facilities you have in the school, then they will reduce it or they let it be. Yeah, all they let it be. So I will also tell them we gotta take it in advance. In advance.
Yeah, so I know some people call it propaganda video, but I'm not up for the message in the video, right? Yeah, so go ahead. That's over.
Yeah, you know, all right. Look, Amy and brother Emmanuel, look,
Ooh,
the government, the reason why people put certain people, they say, look, you're still the affair of the country, everything. The security, the health system, the education, everything, we put it in your hand. We'll call it government to handle it. Government is a custodian of almost everything. It has the way of regulating everything, the prices, the school fees, just everything. So I think it's a good thing if the education ministry that are responsible for the education of the country, if they decide to go to visit all the various, because over time people have been crying for school fees. We pay school fees, we know how it. So the fact that people have been crying for school fees and stuff like that, so everybody get better schools everywhere. It's not a problem for people to build schools, but it should meet the standard of schools. So for the education ministry to say they're going around checking the schools, it's a good thing, and to give reason why, whether there's a need for the school fees in the various schools to be reduced or maybe remain the same, like the young man said. Because mind you too, the schools, I mean, if you want better education, you go to good school, good facility. So I don't think the education ministry, the idea is to just come up to say school fee go down all together. No. Even America, every part of the world, there are some schools are expensive. When you go in there, you should know why you go. You know what I mean, right? There are some schools, you know exactly when you go there, the school fees, you know what you expect. I mean, so it's a good strategy for the government to see it, to visit all the schools and see whether there's a need for reduction, and to also to whether it is fit for it to be called school.
Right.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
So I mean, it's a good idea. I mean, you can't get better than that. And that's what good government do. You can't just wake up and say all school fee drop down. No, it doesn't work that way. Oh, rice price drop down. No, you have to do the study and see the reason why the price is, whether there's the need for the price to come down or not. You do all the feasibility study, like the people will say it. When you come up with that decision, you already done all the, the background work and stuff like that. So I mean, it's a good thing. It's a good idea.
So, well, what Emmanuel was saying is that there are a lot of things that have been said or pronounced by the government, and they haven't followed suit. With one being,
such as
the national ID.
Yeah.
National ID. You remember last year, August, the president announced that
this year or last year?
Oh, last year, not this year.
That was last year.
No. I think you are right. Yeah.
It was this year that announced
this year. This year, actually, this year, April. This year, April, he announced it and said by August this year, everybody in the country should have the national ID. But then by June, July, they stop it.
But that was a beat up, though. Remember, they're saying, like, when people, like, I know it's always politics, but still, that was beating the president. Oh, some people, and when you're talking about, that was the time they talk about the passport too, right?
No, what happened? The people said the voter ID was free because they wanted everybody to get it. So they were asking the president to also make the national ID free because not everybody get $5 US. That was the argument. Right. That was so those things they were like recommendation. Other people criticizing, but they were saying, but if we can have a national ID, I mean the voter ID to be free across the country, why can't we make the national ID free as well so that everybody will get it? Some wanted to be mandatory.
Well, it's not a thing. That's why. But yeah,
that was the new complaint around it. But I don't think that's the only reason why they stopped it. I don't know. I really don't know.
No, it was a lot of complaints. But anyway, go ahead, Morris. If you got anything to say to
me. I think it's a look. There are many ways the government as a government can generate funds. So for me, the idea of just getting everything, and sometimes we have to be mindful with the political recommendations that will come. It must just be free. Everything must be free. Those are considered as a political recommendation because that if they monetize it, the government will benefit. The government will raise funds. The government will generate funds. So you come up with a political advice though. Everything's supposed to be free. ID card, people not get money, $5 to get ID card, and it's not even full. National ID card, just something like as a national identification. I don't think it's a mandatory that everybody will get it. If you don't need it, not everybody will get passport. You can't force any. I don't think there's any country where you say everybody forced to get passport or everybody forced to get. It's up to you. If you want to take it, fine. But the process is there. The process is available for you to be able to get a national ID card. For whatever reason, the government stopped. If they started it, they stopped it. I don't know. They have their own reason. Probably it could be for many reasons. I don't know. I would not outrightly say, oh.
They started it, right? But then they said they started it wasn't thought out right. They have to do it as like zoning from different, like split it up in session, right? They were taking it to, I don't know, let's say Grand G there, and pictures were swiping or whatever and things like that. So they had
in transporting people were making mistakes. So for instance, you get Morris Gassama. Then when you go to Morris Gassama, I did this.
Yeah. So you saw they was trying to do it right. So I think they were trying to regionalize it or something like that, like upper, lower, and whatever, Liberia, one setting, places like that's how they were trying to do it. And since then, I think that was the reason why they stopped it when they started.
What they were doing, the mistake they were making is that they were collecting the data and taking it to Monrovia. So people were saying, the same way you can do the national ID, you got to go to the photo ID, where people go there to get the information right away. Do it like that. Like that will help. I can't collect your info because the thing, I may not know Amy, and then I take Amy picture and then take Mr. Gassama name, take Emmanuel name. So the best thing to do it right there. Amy can she do a picture She put her name, everything there. Her information is still right there before you take her away. So that was just a recommend. So all these things were recommendations. You know, one thing the government wants to do, they will do it. When the government want to do it, they will do it. We'll see it in our country. You know?
But then, Emmanuel, now that I brought your memories
Yeah.
back to that,
So
why are we saying that it ain't something they actually started it though?
And the night they didn't start it,
So-
I said,
so
I come here, Mr. Kasama, I support it. I said it's a good idea. As for me, I support it. I even wrote one of my friends who is a member of a CSO. He's a head of a CSO in the southeastern region. I told him the CSO should push for this to continue because it will be good for Liberia. The government should not stop it, but the government stopped it. So, in my opinion, what is it that you if government is serious to do this? I mean, my point is, if the government is serious to do this, they will do it. I think they stop it because one way or the other, they did not attach some sort of importance to it. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
Because if it was
Well, come in,
important-
Morris. I think you already said why they stop it. We already something, but go ahead, Morris. Finish up.
but Emmanuel could be right though. But the thing is that it doesn't mean but they now attack importance to it. It mean it is not important. Like I said, the government have competing priorities, all right? And like I said, you and I don't know. We can only guess. We don't know the main reason why they started it and they stopped it. Probably like based on your explanation, and which I agree with you. Probably when they started it, there were a whole lot of mistakes along the way. Maybe they're trying to do it in a way that when they come up,
I'm trying to fix it.
exactly, it will be perfect. I mean, like right now, I think people getting passport through Grand Jide or Bon County, right? They're getting passport.
Yeah,
from there now.
yeah.
We're getting passport. In Grand Jide, getting passport there. Yeah.
Yeah. So you may be right. Maybe the government is not seeing so much important. They're not attaching so much importance to it. Maybe they want to hurry. Maybe they're still working to come up with a final. You know that when they come up, there will not be a lot of mistakes along the way. So you could be right. You could be right.
Let's just they don't want to fund it because there will not be all the truck.
No, my own Mr. Kasama, for me, the reason I support that issue of the ID is going to help to make our electoral system very good. Because I'm from Grand Jide. I know what I'm talking about. People can come from Arrow Coast and come to Grand Jide and can't vote.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You can open the door. You can open the door for the people to come there.
My man, the thing is happening in Grand Jide. Even in Lofa, people can come to Sierra Leone to go to Lofa. People can come
It happens everywhere. That's true.
People can
You're
come,
right.
you know. So the point is,
It's like I was grateful. I felt a whole truck from Cape Mountain gun putting district in my head.
So now, if we have the ID,
They still
Mr.
the
Kasama, and they can identify you, it will be hard for you to bring foreigner to come vote for you. Because time for you, they're not going to ask you for your NIO. They can say, where your NIO? They can't even ask you to speak English. Some people go there, they just show the ID, their photo ID, and time for voter registration, Mr. Kasama. All the counties, the numbers can quadruple. You go Bon County, if there are 400 people in Bon County, you go there election time, there'll be 20,000. Grand Jide, it's going to be 200, there'll be 4 million. Everything you're growing because of the county, because of the people they're close to. People can go and bring their people. And that is very bad. But if we have the IDs, and all the Liberians get their IDs, Avrome will not kind of vote for us. Guinea will not kind of vote for us. Sierra Leone will not kind of vote for us. For me, that's why I'm supporting that issue of the ID. It will help. It will have some
Yeah, you're right. But I think the fact that the government could even make it as a issue, they started working on it. It means it's something that on the agenda, and I truly believe at the appropriate time they will come up, and maybe you may not experience the mistakes that those small mistakes, Yeah.
So, guys, I wanted to show us the president is in Lofa, right? Enjoying himself, eating
really?
So, so there was this little cute boy. I know all of you not see it, right? But I just think he's just so damn cute. So think that his little $7 supposed to help with development or something. And I kept laughing. I said I kept playing it over and over. I said, "Oh, this little man is so adorable." But yeah, Let me look for that video, and then we talk about what the president also said at the town hall that he had with the people of Foya, or maybe Lofa. I don't know. People of Foya. Foya is in Lofa, right? But don't judge me. I know they got both.
No, Foya is in Lofa.
Okay. Foya is in Lofa. Lofa is in Foya, whatever. Somebody in somebody. Let's just take it like that, okay? The person went to his neck of the wood. So, they told her they had, and I thought he said some interesting stuff that we need to talk about. Because I have a lot of bone to pick with that. So, 1 second. What happened to my video? I can't see the little man. I told I purpose. See, this is what I don't like. But you guys seen the videos, right? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the video, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. You should. And I also wanted to show the president $10 million palace mansion he was building for himself that we couldn't hear about. He also did a tour there, right? And as we all know, it doesn't look like a mansion to me. You already told us what it was about, right?
Right.
And, a meeting place for peace and discussion for the Mana River Union. And I think it's a very big compound with different flags. I don't know how many rooms that President Barker is able to retire in there, if that was supposed to be his mansion. But anyway, I'm so glad the whole thing is, he cleared it out and we move. But I'm so upset right now that I can't find that video to play it. But you guys, what do you think about what that little boy was doing? And I know a lot of people have something to say about it. People have to find negative in everything, right? But let me hear it. So I just think it's cute. I'm just on the cute part of it. But go ahead. Maurice.
Okay.
Yeah, to be honest, I saw all that stuff on social media. Oh, Baka, from different angle. Baka, the president
That's why I
received.
said there has to be some negative things.
Yeah, the president received $700. The president not supposed to receive a poor young man give the president $700. The president accepted. The president heartless. I say a whole lot of stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I saw a whole lot of stuff on Facebook. A lot of things. Just like when it happens, it's so strange. This is not strange. Even in our common life, we do this. There's the mindset that people think the mindset because somebody got money, so he can be nice. He can do good to them. It's just the mindset right there. I remember when I used to work somewhere, and this guy, he used to make more money than me. So every time that man would come, when he take pay, they used to take pay a week before we take pay at the same institution. So the guy used to come every time when they take pay, will come give me like $3, $4. I was a security officer anyway. He has to put it that way. But give me $3, $4 every time they take pay. Story short, this time I took pay. I get it got $10. I mean, in America today, a story that can see. I get it got $10. I say, my man, that $10 will look like $1 million to that guy. It was like 2005, around 2005, right? Around that. Man, that $10 that give me, I will even think out the credit to I even get gas in my car.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, the guy said that $10 that give me, that $10 will look like $1 million because I didn't even have gas to put in my car. I was thinking, where do we even get $10? Where do we even get money to put my gas in the weekend? Because at the time that money came, I'm not saying that was the case with the president. That wasn't the case with the president. I'm only saying that sometimes these things are traditional. People give it. It happened one time, I think, during the time of Ofer Bohanye, Felix Ofer Bohanye in Ivory Coast. And even Alpha Blondy make a song. This was Alpha Blondy. He get it. Ofoboyan birthday, he gave a man money, I think like a 1 million safe or something like that. As the birthday gift. Whole president, he makes some other, the president accept it. So for you to say because somebody gave the president $700 for whatever reason, and the president is supposed to refuse it. Somebody say the president is supposed to hold that money and add something to it and give it back to the, yeah, 700. I don't even see, yeah, $7, right?
Mhm.
I don't even see the issue, but people sometimes people don't really have issue, man. They have nothing to talk about. Yeah, it's tradition. The man give the president. It could be for many reasons. Maybe he recognized the president, or maybe he want to see how he can get to the president, or maybe he appreciate the
No, this
president.
wasn't a man though. It wasn't a man. But let's
Yeah, that little
watch.
child. I was say no, that little child. I know that little child. He appreciate the president. Or probably he wanted to get close to the president, or he wanted to make his own news. I mean, you know, and sometimes people can be inspired. Yeah, sometimes.
That was my favorite part. Oh my god.
You are very low. Can you please play?
I know. Oh, he said 700.
He said he wants to send money to you to say thank you for the development
Is that in the whole country?
Thank you for the whole country.
Bring it. He said he wants to send money to you to say thank you for the development.
So what? It's okay. Stop it. So there's what wrong with the video. So what happened to the video?
That was just so cute. I don't know, but yeah. Tell me what's wrong with that
I
video.
mean, yeah, Infuse got email before you come on, right? Look, like that's my first time watching the video. And children can go deliver flower to the president at the airport most times or at the program. Yeah, it's not issue, right? But the little guy give 700 to the president and say thank you for the whole country. It's not anything that people supposed to make big issue. People supposed to, you know, like they'll have nothing to discuss.
Mars, are you surprised?
I'm not even surprised. That's what I said. The little children can give flower to the president at programs at the airport. If they can do it, what about giving money? And people can be inspired at very young age. This man made his own news. So what is there to talk about?
He's a star right now. But
yeah, exactly. They made their own news. You know, so I don't see it. But anyway.
You know, when you think about that video, what do you see in that video? Like, you know, a lot of people having like a Mirza, they said people trying to politicize it, people trying to be, you know, everything we have to find, or people have to find something in it. But like I said, I think it's just so damn cute. But go ahead.
The government came out of politics, and the government will live on politics. So everything will be political about the government. That about don't. You can get tired talking about why you can't change. Check your opinion and say people play politics. People go play politics. We got the government of politics. The whole thing what a political, the what they call it political party. The political party leading what that gospel party leading. So,
yeah, but don't you, because you're a political party, so everything like.
But how make a political party?
No, but you also take a break sometimes, like, you know, away from.
Let's leave that. Let's get our opinion, but don't say people play politics. The one that got political parties. And they change their name from political party to choir party and the person worship party. Now I agree with that one.
Okay.
But to me, I don't see anything with that thing. I don't know. You see, children, most time people use children for blessing. So when children celebrate you,
getting candy, sweets.
Yeah. So maybe I don't know what to say to that, but I don't see anything negative about it, in my opinion. I may have mixed feeling, but I don't think anything negative about it. And the mixed feeling I may have may be either somebody may have coaching and say, "Oh, go get the president money." So your new will go. Or maybe it can even be for instance, say, I see the president, I'll get the president money. So somebody may are hurrying and say, "Oh, the father bossing, you get the president money, I'll carry him." All the one they are misfeeding, but there's nothing for me from my end.
Because I know the kids in Liberia are very smart, right? Yeah. Especially when they have some of them who are just so fusky, like, you know, more than the others, right? And like some 3-year-olds, when you hear them talking and the things that they say and the way they process, and maybe he's been around people and they're talking about how well President Boubacar is doing or development and something, because I was kind of amazed and thought it was cute because he's so young, right? And what I got from that, if he truly knows about what's going on, to actually take money that he could use it. I went buy my car, I went buy my this and stuff, right? And give it to a president and talk about taking for the whole country. So I was thinking that's part with little glasses on and stuff. And so I was like, oh, this is so cute. What, you know, a little boy, child being appreciated to a president, right? This is my future. And I'm growing up. I would be seeing something. You're setting the foundation for me to see something. Hopefully, the next person come and continue with it, to see something better than what has been in the past, right? Because that baby don't know anything about the war, but he came into the aftermath of it, where everything is destroyed, right? So it was just getting what people keep talking about. Oh, he didn't do that. He didn't do that. I think President Boubacar, they probably may have done something for that little child, but I think, like you said, Emmanuel, we don't understand. Well, let me speak for myself. I don't understand tradition, right? I don't know what that meant in that society, in that part of the world, right? In Lofa, in Foya, I don't know what it means for a child to give an older person like that money for doing something right. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not going to look at that and condemn it and say something bad happened there. Does President Boubacar look like somebody who needs $700? Who is hungry for $700, guys? Does he look like someone like that? The president of the United States, I was about to say, the president of the country, does he look like he need a little child $7? I don't think so. But we don't know in the Gisi tribes or Gisi tradition, we don't know what that means. I don't know what it means. Let me speak for myself. I don't know what it means for a child to take money and give it to an older person. President Boubacar knows. So maybe that's why he did what he did. But there's nothing wrong with that. Even that child can give him a 25 cents if he takes it. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, he's trying to respect that child and something. So that's how I look at it. With all of the politics, and I know Emmanuel said it will not stop, but it's just stupid when they're doing it. Sometimes. So the day you're trying to point out the right thing, it will make you a little funny because everything you cry wolf about it. That's what I see on there. And I thought it was just too cute. And I was saying, that's why I played for him to see with those glasses. That was just the cutest thing. Thank you for the whole country. But I seen for guys.
Amy, the President Trump in America, yeah, I think a 4-year-old child look at the president and say, I don't like you, and you refuse to shake the president's hand. Children do crazy things around the world, everywhere. Yeah, recently, the 4-year-old child, they refused to shake President Trump. He said, I don't like you. 2017, there was a little girl, I think what, 9 years old, 8-year-old. It was on video. Yes. Liberia, I think Costa interviewed somebody interviewed the little girl.
Trump and Greta here, but go ahead.
Yeah, in 2017, there was a little girl, I think what, 8-year-old girl, small little girl. That little girl on Facebook 2017, the little girl said, if I was 18 years, I could vote. I would vote for President Boubacar. They were interviewed. She was on Facebook. Yeah, 8-year-old child, small little girl. She speaks so very well. If I was voting, if I had a voting right, I would vote for President Boubacar. In 2017, you were all on Facebook. Even just the go election, I think 12-year-old child was doing TikTok promotion. So children do those kind of things in every part of the world. It happened. The fact that in Liberia tradition, every time the president appears somewhere, they can bring students, children, to stand on the line to speak to the president. So that by itself is the exposition, the exposing those kids to the children. Somebody that little boy could just, you know what, I got money to give the president. Anytime I see the president, I will give it to the president. It could be one of the, you know.
His neighbors or family members took him there.
Yeah. And you see the man glasses. You see the man glasses that are on your face.
I think it's for his eyes. I think he's albino.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, he's albino. It's for the sun bothering his eyes, I think. So United States FOIA, President Walker said something in the meeting, kind of like government reform, local government reform. And let me read this because I'm going to read it really slowly. So, because I thought it was interesting, right? Some of the things that I read here. So, because these are some of the things we always talk about. So, let's something and then we'll talk about it. So, President Joseph Yuma Boakai calls for a grassroots representation in local resource mobilization in LOFA. President Boakai Sr. has proposed a new grassroots governance model aimed at strengthening community participation and accelerating local development across LOFA County. Speaking during a town hall meeting with citizens in FOIA, the president outlined an approach that will empower communities by ensuring voters and more practical representation in decision-making processes. He suggested that representation should be drawn from administrative districts rather than electoral districts, allowing communities to select a small but inclusive group of representatives. So that I guess that's something about something. But listen, according to the president, each district should elect community members reflecting key segments of society, including young, women, older, and other local chosen leaders. These representatives will first deliberate on issue at the district level before engaging countrywide discussion. A process, he said, will make consultations more efficient and inclusive. This system will reduce the needs for large, unwinded gathering and ensure that issues taken to the legislature genuinely reflect the concession of the people. The president noted. He emphasized that local dialogue at district level will strengthen unity and produce clearer development priorities. In addition to governance reform, President Boakai highlighted the importance of local resources mobilization. This is my favorite part, Camilla. He proposed a community-based funding model under which districts will collectively agreed upon projects. Such a system, he said, will promote accountability as community will clearly know who contributed and who did not. That offering basket and the time who will know who paid that time and who didn't. But the president stressed the government alone cannot meet all developmental needs, urging Liberians at home and in the diaspora to actively support local initiatives. He pointed to rural construction in LOFA as a critical example, explaining that improved road will enable farmers to transport agricultural products to Monrovia more easily, thereby increasing incomes and strengthening the local economy. He also addressed expectations around large community projects, such as the construction of a football stadium. Noting that the national government cannot single out won't counter for such investment without extending the same support nationwide. As a result, he said, such project will require strong local initiative and shared community funding. President Walker included by assuring citizens that clear formulas and guidelines will be developed to support community participation, fundraising, and the identification of local priorities, reaffirming his administration commitment to inclusive governance and people-driven development. So, guys, what we always say about governments, people always depending on government to do everything, but first of all, let's take it bit by bit. From the way he talks about electing these representatives now, what's different from? I mean, what is he saying that is not working now? That he proposing this reform, kind of like reform, local government reform, something that he something. Let's talk about that first before we go to the development aspect of it. From the way he laid out how people should vote for their representatives, is he right that these selecting a representative the way he suggesting they do that they will focus more on the local something than the nation, then the nation. So what we always been seeing is these people from these places, then they go and they vote them in. Are they not from the local community? Is that why our legislature is not working? I mean, what is President Barker saying here? Emmanuel, you can hear me? You already told me, Emmanuel?
Yeah, okay. Sorry. I thought I was still muted. Let me tell you, Sis Amy, I got a different view on this. Okay. Prior to the war, we used to elect our own city mayors, elect our own superintendents, elect our own town chiefs. I think the best we can do, let you go back to that model. Because if I elect my superintendent, I can hold you accountable. If I elect my city mayor, I can hold you accountable. If we take the power from the president, reduce the president's power. You see, one of the reasons why, for me, that one thing y'all bring politics I don't like, people will vote for the senator, the representative, and they turn their back on the senator and representative because of the president, even though they voted for senator and representative. So I think if we bring it down to say, okay, president still the national, the superintendent should be voted for, city mayor should be voted for, town chief, clan chief, everybody should vote for them. Then like that, we'll hold them accountable. Then when anything happens, it's still within us. If the superintendent don't work for us, we can vote him out. If the city mayor doesn't work for us, we can vote him out. Those were things that were happening before the war. And you know how those of you who lived prior to the war, or maybe may have read about that, like bro, better under that system. We came back and they take it away, they take our voting away from there. What the president is suggesting to giving the power back to the people, that's the best way to do it. They just reintroduce us local government voting back.
So some people are saying President Barker has been a hypocrite. But now, if he had this belief, why didn't he allow that to happen? Why was he the one that appointed the superintendent, the town chief?
It's not his fault. It's not his fault. You have to change the law, because when Ellen came, I think it was Taylor that changed it, and Ellen King started going by it. Uya King started going by it. So the nothing you do, just ask for it to amend that law and go back to it. That's all simple as that. You can't blame him. Right now, it is the law. Right now, it is the law that the president should appoint. It is the law. Until that law is changed, you can't blame him for that. So that's what I'm saying. Let him reintroduce it. You can change the law. You know, you can just ask the lawmaker to change it to amend it and reintroduce that. So until that happens, I'm not going to blame him for it, unless I don't know. But for me, I know. I'm not going to blame him.
Is it because we support Barker, so we can see any wrong? But anyway, come here, Morris.
You know, I've said this on the show many times. For a country to be strong, the people themselves have to feel the power. They have to get the power. I've said as a matter of fact, I make references to few countries like Ethiopia, the Botswana. This country, when they feed,
That's a good one.
yeah, when they feel that they have ownership over the country, they can contribute to the country.
Take care of it, yeah.
I've said, look, when Madam Salif took over 2006, Madam Salif made a commitment that she would decentralize the country. She will give the power. The people will get the power to the people. That was a commitment. She spent 12 years, nothing. We didn't see much. We didn't see much of it. When President Weah took over at SKD, inauguration, he made the same commitment. I will decentralize the country, the government. I will give the power to the people. This and that. Soon he left for SKD, before he started taking some of the power to himself. You know, he started getting rid of some tenure position and stuff like that. So Mr. Boubacar came, he started making similar mistake. Also to trying to get rid of some of the tenure mistake and position. And I think he realized for whatever the reason he was able to put her to that. Look, when the people get power, when the people feel that they can elect their own community chairman, that community chairman they elect, that means accountable to them. They are their local governor, their local chairman, this and that. And that man to feel that he's being elected to serve in that community, he will do very well. Look, Amy, you know what? In the British colonial countries, African countries like Nigeria, Ghana, like Sierra Leone, but especially Nigeria and Ghana, when the British came, you know what they did? They didn't focus on the central government, meaning in the city. They were in the interior. They worked more. They spent more time with the local chief than the national government, because the reason was that they said the people in the interior, they got more respect for their people that they feed, they elect for their local chiefs. That's why over time in Nigeria, Ghana, those places, then their town chief, their local chief, you better don't play with them, because the power they got.
Yeah.
You know, you have to give the people the power so they can feel ownership of their country. They can feel they can have that, you know, that ownership. I mean, it's a good idea. I just hope the president will really push this and make sure the people, like the brother said, we're not supposed to start electing our own superintendent. We're supposed to start electing our own city mayors. How can you take somebody from Morovia here? Before I give back to Amy, how can you take somebody from Morovia? You send a person where Grand Crew to be city mayor of Grand Crew. He has not lived with the people. He only go there to go visit and come back. He have not lived with the people. They take him from Morovia. He send him away Greenville in Grand Crew to go serve as city mayor for the people.
Yeah, another thing, Mr. Gassama, you can't even question them because they're not accountable to you, not to the president.
People don't even know them. People don't even know them. So, I mean, it's a good thing. We have to open the country. We have to give the power to the people. We have to empower our local government, or else we can't go nowhere. I give it back to you. Amen.
So the president, in this case now, in order to get the ball rolling, he has to send it to the legislature. I mean, was this something that was signed into law, or the President Ellen just got up and did it on her own? How do we get rid of this?
It did not start from President Salif. It started from President Taylor.
Oh, yeah?
Your President Taylor, after the war, we changed it. And when Salif came, she continued with it. Weah came, he continued with it. Now President Boubacar is also continuing with it.
So how do we? So if it was President Taylor, let me guess. Why guess? It never went to the legislature.
No, it went to the legislature, but during President Taylor time, it was not. It was the same proportional representative. That is, people were not, the representatives were not elected during Taylor time.
Why?
Yeah. That the election of legislators started on, I think, on Eddie.
Whoa. There was selected?
Yeah, they don't want you to vote for during our country time. They don't want you to vote for double, third man.
The reason to that, because the 97 election was a special election. They call it, that's what they call it, independent. Something independent election. That election was not something that they could vote for everybody. The country, according to the international committee, the country will not reach to the point where they can vote for everybody.
They were not open to everybody.
So what they did a representational you know, a proportional
representation.
representation. What in like Grandbassa will say, you know what, we'll carry Emmanuel to be our representative. They recommend Emmanuel to president. I mean, something like that. How I was looking actually. Yeah, it was not something that. Yeah, or maybe the president will appoint. Say the president will serve as a senator for the county. But it was not election where they could vote for everybody. It was not general election. It was a special election. Yeah.
So let's come to the development initiative that the president talks about. But we always say, we always try to caution our people that developing Liberia is not going to be just government thing, right? Because it's a lot. Government can do the bigger parts, like, roads coming from one country to another, the main streets, right? We hold them on that. But in the local communities and stuff like that, and the way he lays it out that people should have, think kind of like, I guess, comedian and stuff that do fundraising and things, and they can know, who people who are contributing and stuff like this. So I know we always say stuff like that, right? But putting that in that way, because a lot of people, I'm pretty sure a lot of people were over there because they wanted money, they want the government to do this. Oh, we don't have the money, we want the government to help us to do that. That's why people always say, right? Mm-hmm. So, and we always saying that, people have to, like, Murray said, people have to, they want to know the importance of something to take care of it, that Bronson had to be in it. But there's a whole crying about the country suffering, they ain't get food to eat, then you said them to do that. How is that going to resonate with the opposition? And I mean, is there something wrong with what the president said, Emmanuel?
No, I don't understand what actually the question is. What you mean?
The question is that what we always talk about, citizens contributing, right, to developing our community. Mm-hmm. Now the president just echoed that, but we always hear people crying about these people don't have money to do this, so they make the people depend on the government for everything. Mm-hmm. And now that we heard the president echo this, is it going to resonate with the people? Well, is it going to backfire because they already used to other people telling them that everything's supposed to be the government?
Let me say this, Amy. It's just like the Dillon president, Senator Dillon bill, where he said they should cut the representatives and the senators' salary, right? Mm-hmm. The Constitution, Article 36, say the people have the power to set their own salary. So if you don't amend that particular part of the Constitution and you pass any law right now to say they must reduce their salary, in the future, the other group that put our account, they will not want to go by that law because it's constitutional. So what I'm saying, in a county, the president for every county is the superintendent. So if people in the county decide to run their community thing, they have their community elections, if they don't please the president of the county, the superintendent, he can still, decide to not avoid it. So the solution to it, in my opinion, let's start from the superintendent and go down. Because if you have something in the township is the head of that town. So you have anything in the community, the township not like it, the township can say it not avoid. You can't do anything about it because the power to over that town is the township. The power over the county is the superintendent. So you can't give power to the people without you talking about the superintendent first. That's how I see it. It makes sense. But the superintendent have authority over everybody in the county. You understand?
So now everybody know that the president appoints the superintendent.
Right.
If he's saying it without the superintendent saying it, would it still be the same? No, I mean.
The point I'm saying, Amy, President Boakai is a tenure president. When I say tenure president, after 6 he had to go by, right? Why if he doesn't win the second time, the next president can't? Then what happened to that power? It's not law. Because the superintendent power is constitutional. Because it's the president power that is being transferred to the superintendent. Mm-hmm. So if President Boakai moves from there tomorrow and different president comes, let's say Weah comes back, or Kumi comes, or any other president comes, their power, and what they're going to get to the superintendent. So what the superintendent said, what going to be the funnel? So to avoid it, take the power from the president completely and say, no, the superintendent should be elected by the people. And then like that, when they electing any other people in the community, the superintendent will be compelled to listen to them because the superintendent is also being elected by them. But you can't leave the superintendent out and ask the people in the county to do any other thing. And the superintendent, once the superintendent who is the head of the county does not support it, it will not work.
To put their what that money is, or put that money where that mouth is, however.
Yeah, so like in my county, granted, for almost 4 years, I think 4 or 5 years, there was no youth election. Something happened, and the youth were divided. Representative on the other side, senators on the other side, how do you call it? Superintendent on the other side. They divided children in the packet. Their case couldn't be resolved for 5 years because they think there's nothing you can do without the superintendent approval. When the superintendent agree, it will not happen. So the best thing, if you want the people to have the power, then they have power over the superintendent. Then like that, it can trickle down pay by pay. But you can't leave the superintendent up there and say the people should have their community elections, have their community projects, do this. But the superintendent support it, it will not survive.
But then okay, we'll come back to you. Mars, I know that we're not talking about the people going straight to the project to do it themselves. I think when they're talking about it, they gotta go through the channel, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think what the president is saying that relying fully on government in every community is, and then he make the example about a football stadium or sports stadium, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If you're building one in Foya, you have to build one in Grand Basin, you have to build one in, So if those things are really needed there, they have to be local government, project based.
Government. Yeah, local government.
They have to contribute. They have to have fundraising and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay, let me just come out a little bit. Let me continue to use my own county grant there. In my county, 2021 we formed a group. That group we said we wanted to help to sponsor our county team. Because the superintendent does not support us, he decided to get rid of us. We found ourselves. We need diaspora to help the county team. He said no. He doesn't want to work with us. We can't do anything about it. They put now the county team is struggling. No money. They decide now collecting money about themselves and paying the county team. The citizens are not coming in because the superintendent does not support it. Now the point I'm saying, if the superintendent in a county, so you think about, let's for instance, the build or stadium in Grand Jide. That stadium can only be supported or renovated or anything can be done on that stadium unless the superintendent supports it. In a county, our county, the county thing is in the fence. Saying that in the fence broke, they say the other bar wire and this that. What happened? What happened? They say the ball come on, everything to go renovate the toilet and everything. Nobody know what happened. What didn't happen? We go ask the people. The people say they're not accountable to us. They're accountable to the superintendent. All their report, they send it to the superintendent. Anything they do, they send it to the superintendent. So things that can be happening in the county. If you get bad superintendent, in my opinion, once you get bad superintendent, that county, most of the things will be bad. So when the superintendent is going through the people, then for the people to work through that thing there, that's how I see it. Maybe I may be wrong, but to me, that's how I see it. Let
Mars come in a bit, right? Mm-hmm. So Mars, with the development, the community development aspect, right? That the president tried to, suggest, that people should kind of get involved, so to speak, right, in developing their counties, their communities, and not just everything solely on the government. Right. And like I said, the example he made for the stadium, let's say people are going, who knows? People are probably going to him, telling him that he should build a stadium in Foya. Right. And he said, well, if I had to use national budget to do that, then we would have to do it in every county. Right. And that's something we need in Foya, in the community. I think as community dwellers and stuff, leaders, we should have that. And I don't think he's speaking outside of the superintendent. That also including them, because they are the president of the county. So but Morris, come in.
Look, it's a good statement. Every leader is there to inspire to inspire the people, to motivate the people, to drive the people into doing something for the country. Look, Brother Emmanuel, I listen to you, but sometimes we have to be careful how we push the logic, because as much as we are calling for the power to be given to the people, to the local people, when the people ready to move, they will move regardless of what. Because as much as we are talking about election, you can elect a superintendent and that superintendent still decide to be terrible. You can even elect a president. That president decide to be terrible, decide to be a bad president. We have senators and representatives that are elected. We complaining about them. We have president over time that are being elected. We complain about them. So as much as we have to be, I mean, you can't use one isolated case to say, because one superintendent in somewhere did not support, so that means, if the president really ready, even now, like I said, we can take a baby step. The president is the one that appointed the superintendent. Even though now the president still got the appointing power, he appointed the superintendent. If the president ready, you think ready, if the president ready to move the country and to do what he mean, it will not work. Who the superintendent, I would say, will step on development? Who that superintendent that will not support the local government?
Who that on second side for this thing?
Right, if the president really wanted it that way. So it's a good call for the president to make, for the citizen. Look, no country will survive when the citizen themselves do not move and pull it together. Because the best security are the citizens. The citizens are the best security, not the army, not the police. The citizens are the best security. They are the one that will protect. They are the one that will say, no, we are ready. We are ready to move our country. So, I mean, as much as we'll be calling for election superintendent, but he can elect bad representative. He can elect bad senator. He can even elect bad president. In that case, that same man will say, but right now I'm elected. He can't remove me. No president can sack me. If that superintendent decide to be corrupt and decide to be bad, that's another problem too will be facing. Because now, to remove that man, you understand what I mean, right? It will be hard. But in the case, yeah, if the superintendent corrupt, the president can wake up home and say, my man, leave on that plate. So all we are saying, the people themselves should be ready. The president who is the head, he must be ready. He must mean what he really saying. And other than that, whether we elect a president, whether the president elected or the president elected decide to be bad, it will be bad. And, that's all I can say. But I think it's the good call for the president to call the people to move, to take their country, contribute. It happens in other areas. They can do their little contribution and fix certain areas, do the other one. How people develop countries around the world. We have a small country, small budget.
So he called for the intervention of diaspora too, right?
Right.
And I always hear the president says this, right? But the diasporans, Liberians, also have a request that all have problems with the government as well, right? As for example, let's say you have someone like Morris has something in his Lofa, right? Somewhere in Lofa, you from Lofa, right, Morris?
Go ahead.
In his village or around his area, he got some program there, let's say for feeding the people. And in order to keep up that program, Morris probably needs some kind of low, funding. Because Morris using his own personal money at this point to keep it up to feed that whole community. Like it's kind of like food pantry or whatever it is. Who Morris needs a little bit of hand, from the government, but then they will go off farming thing. You will need a little bit of hand from the government too. But then they will ask Morris to fill out paper. And then when Morris really filling out paper, we'll get back to you. And never do. And then the next thing you know, people who are in government, they are the one getting those fundings before the people, the ordinary people who's supposed to be getting it or who's supposed to be prioritized. So with all of these calls and stuff, which is good, we think whatever he's saying is good. But what can President Boyka do to stop some of the problem that people have, the diaspora in Liberia have? They when they go to that country to do things, You got government officials stepping on it, or they're doing the same old thing. They want to collect money. They want to do this one. They want to do that. And while they're doing that, people get tired and they come back to where they came from. Because if you go there to help your country to do some of the things that the president calling for, that we need to do this in our own community, we need to engage, we need to contribute and stuff like that. But sometimes you need help. And that is not happening, or even setting it up. Government officials or people of those entities, and they're stepping on these people. They are not helping to make the process easier. What should we say to the president, or do the president know about these things when he coming up making statements like these? Morris, do you think he have any idea of what's going on? Or do we have to put together as Liberians in the diaspora and voice these things out? The trouble, the problems that we face when we try to go back home to do these things for our country, to make it, but it make it easier though for them or the foreigners.
Look, nobody expect the government to know everybody, the president to know everything the country know. Even the very people that the president appoint, you don't expect the president to know everybody, because the president get appointed by almost 2,000 presidents. You expect one man to know all that the president. So it's not possible for the president to know everybody, to know everything in the country. But the president can set the agenda. The president can set the president can do the groundwork wherein he will have an idea as to what everything that happened in the country. Now, what he got people that he appoint. He got people that are working along with him. The president got lieutenants. They got people that are working with him that they can bring some of these things to the president's attention. And the good thing in this case, the very good thing in this case, the president have formed a diaspora committee. They got an office right now in the president, I think the president office, the executive mansion. They got a diaspora committee. They got the ambassador. They got an eye there. We that in the diaspora will have somebody that is our eye. That, like a liaison officer between us and the president and the executive mansion. So, I mean, all these are mechanisms for these things, for whatever bottleneck to reach to the president's attention, So, I mean, look, things will happen. Things will continue happening. Everything will stop right away? No. But if you put those mechanisms into place that can minimize those things, I think the president is working on that. So, like I said, we got the diaspora conference, the diaspora committee in the executive mansion. We got a liaison officer that we can channel all our grievances to that person, and that person will take it to the president. For that person to meet the president, it's easy because that's what he's there for. Like on an arrow, that office, the diaspora office, it's easy for them to meet the president. That's why they fund that office for, so the president can liaise with them. So the office can liaise with the president. Look, before I get back to you, we are in the diaspora. We meet a lot to that country. I remember, was it 2008 when Madam Salif went Minnesota? She made a statement in Minnesota, I think 2008. She said, look, Liberia progress depends on the people in America here. The Liberians in America, especially in America. She said it. He said, it's just something that we have to look into. He said, even when I think she even made fun. He said, even when it comes to criticizing the people in Liberia, some of them, they'll be scared to criticize me. They'll be scared to do it. But you're like, yeah, why are you scared to criticize me for? You know what, nothing for me. She trying to crack that joke. So like I said, the means are there, the channel are there for us to channel all these bottlenecks that, that we face from the diaspora to the president.
Yeah. So,
huh?
I beg you, let me go. Yeah, pick your
yeah, myself. So, we'll come and go now. We'll finish already.
Yeah, we're about to leave. I just want us to wrap it up with this. That this guy that was taking. He said he was building an ark in Ghana. And then one of our Liberian brothers went to get on the ark, and he got stuck. And I know people are making fun of him and something, but I come from another point of that. But
is it true that you're being arrested?
For what?
For scamming people.
I just saw.
You talking about a guy being arrested?
Yeah, I just saw a post where you're being arrested.
The one I was supposed to build an ark?
Yeah.
Oh, I think you're talking about the one that went there. No, I didn't see that. But yes, So people are making fun of this guy that he travels from all the way Liberia to go and get on the ark, and the guy said it was false and this and that, and so I mean, just do that in our closing because I go ahead and let's wrap it up. Emma, you can start. Yeah, wrap it up with your closing.
I don't know. I don't know what the people can do intentionally, to just spoil God's name.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I see it. Okay, yeah. They say self-proclaimed Ghanaian prophet who claimed to have built 8 arks, and later said God postponed the flood, following report that he used the donation money to buy $100,000 US Mercedes-Benz. Igbo Noah, who earlier they say, I don't know how true is it, say arrested him, but I don't know how true is it. But anyway, I seen a picture here and video, everything. I mean, that video, I seen a picture and him, everything, but I don't know how true is it.
Yeah, I don't know about the arrest.
But in my opinion, the way I see it,
Mm-hmm.
In these last days, anything you do, know it for yourself. You want to go to school, do no bow. Anything the teacher say, while you're studying it, put it in the. Don't just read from the paper alone. Compare it to your life. You want to be Christian, be Christian for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you want to do it to the best of your ability. Know it yourself. If you don't do it, people will prey on you.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? So the only thing I can say to that man, if I'm in his church and that kind of thing is said, I will pray that God reveal to me what he has for me.
Well, Emmanuel, they say what seems foolish to a man, though, is right with God. This guy be thinking, well,
the foolishness of man is the wisdom of God. That one are true. But the point I'm saying, what will you? I don't know what the entire story says. So I don't want to dive into the religion thing because one thing.
No, we're talking about a brother that went from Liberia there and he got stuck. I don't know why he got stuck. And people are making fun of him. I'm not talking about the whole thing about.
Oh, it was somebody left from Liberia to go get in the ark.
Oh, you didn't get anything yet?
Maybe you're telling me something's wrong.
He got stuck in Ghana. I guess he never took money with him or something like that. And people are making fun of him about wanting to go to believe or whatever on there. That he believes the craziness of the guy that and he got stuck. So this is where I came from. I said, well, I think it's okay. At least he went and he realized that it was wrong. It was fake, I mean. But what if? Then again, you said God also said that he was never going to destroy the earth with water again. So, I mean, I'm just saying, could he be like, okay, so this is the same thing, the foolishness, people may be taking it to be fun, but this might be true. Let me go and maybe this is real. Like, I know you said everybody should know God for themselves, of course, because you got so many, and I don't want to go into it as well, so-called men of God and stuff that out there, and if you don't know your stuff, you will be following the wrong thing. But could it be this man not trying to be like us, or people that were saying, oh, it's not true. It's not true. Like people was doing Noah's Day. They were kind of, denying it to happen. You think that what our brother was thinking about when he took that journey? And couldn't he, I'm not mad at him taking the journey, but then could you carry like round trip just in case? Like the guy said, God responded.
No, but the world is going to an end. What am I doing a round trip?
Round trip.
The world is going to an end. If you ain't getting on a round trip, well, the man is going home, so he doesn't need round trip. But I don't know, the stories are right now probably too strange to me. Say that somebody will. I don't know. The world. I don't know what to say about that thing, man. I don't know.
Yeah, that's just do your
somebody How somebody spend their money on that kind of thing? So if God will come, He will create the world. You will come to a specific country. Or if the let's say if the rain will, let's just say if the actually floor is coming back,
Mhm.
every other country. So those who don't have the chance to go to Ghana, they're going to die.
They're
Is God
supposed to
that
make that
wicked?
way to Ghana.
Eh?
They're supposed to make that way to Ghana.
That's what I'm saying. Those who don't have the means to get there, you mean God going to destroy them?
I guess the brother did not think it out. What, but anyways.
The point I'm saying, the story of yesterday cannot fit today.
Mhm.
During the days of Noah, I don't think we're a million people on the earth. Today, you think about 7 billion going to 8 billion. They want to go to one city and say you go to the city.
Right, they are all over the place.
What country can host in fact the whole of Africa? Can Africa host 8 billion people? Before everything of Ghana?
Well, you just want to use it.
Leave that thing back. Let me tell you, if you can't think, when people think for you, that what can happen to you? That's that Emma story. You're thinking for the night.
Words coming.
You know, God gave every one of us our intellect. They call that natural disposition. How you use it is up to you. Yeah, how you use it is up to look. Even before you go to Ghana, even like bro, I think years back, somebody woke up and said, one pastor woke up and said, a sickness coming that potato green can solve the problem. People started buying potato green. Really, like bro? Yeah. Around the 2000, I don't know whether brother Emmanuel know about that story.
I heard the story.
People started buying potato green. Another after 1 or 2 years. Yeah, they said that the medicine for the people start buying potato green.
Yeah, I talk about potato green. I feel like eating potato green. But go ahead.
Another after 1 or 2 years again. After 1 or 2 years, another pastor wake up again. Today was a lady. How water sickness coming. Everybody will go draw water. Soon morning, everybody outside. So they kind of thing. It just shows your intellect, how strong your faith. If I say how strong your faith is. Because if you really get strong faith, some of that nonsense thing there, it doesn't matter what religion you're part of, you will not fall for it. And, you know, this thing be happening everywhere. I remember one time I was in Uganda, the pastor, the church members, he told them that my God told me I'm gonna lock the church and put fire on the church. All of that will go to heaven. Yes, it happened in Uganda.
I dare you.
Yeah, can you imagine that? Can you imagine how terrible that is for you to even believe that?
I dare you.
They may lock the door, lock it, and put fire on the church. Can you imagine? So, yeah.
Everybody.
In Uganda, yes. In Uganda. I think years back.
He did not kill them. He did not kill them. He sent them to heaven.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because what he told us, said they'll go to heaven.
Well, we have similar thing here, Marco, like I hear the people.
Yeah, so those things happen everywhere. It just depends how your faith strong for you to even fall for that kind of crap. But enough said on that. Look, it was a good show. We're here today. Look, the thing that happened in Liberia, for me, it's almost like the war just in Liberia is a post-war country.
We're rebuilding.
Yeah, because every country after that war, everybody coming to help them. But the war finished in 2004, 20 years now, we have had presidents. You think the kind of support that we're really getting now, we're supposed to get it? But now the country, the world supposed to forget about us. They put now 20 years that war finished. So that is by the grace, the president is blessed and the country is self-blessed. And probably the country, the people themselves, God has ready to really move Liberia. Because the kind of support that coming from across, it's just like the country the war just finished, they're starting from scratch. I'm happy for the country. I just hope and pray the country should continue the path and the president should continue on the path and do more. Thank you. Thanks for the show, and we'll be here anytime.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, y'all. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone, for watching us. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your patience, for waiting for us every time. We're always late. So I always apologize, and I apologize for the last 2 weeks that we haven't. I told you what we did wrong. Turay did wrong with YouTube. Turay not here, so I gotta rub everything on his head. With playing that video, and we got smacked down by YouTube. So we were on probation to get ourselves our acts together, and we promised them not to do it anymore. PBS video guy, PBS documentary that it do for Liberia. I guess we had a posting on a disclaimer on it. We did not, so we got cut anyway. But anyways, we're back on now. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for waiting for us. Thank you back with us. And we really appreciate you. Continue to share the show, share it. As we all come here every day. We are not journalists. Like I always tell y'all, we come here because we're a bunch of young Liberians who love our country. We love to talk about it. We got things to do, right? We leave out the moment I put this thing on, my son started bothering me. Doesn't mean I don't have anything. It's just because I love Liberia and I want to see it gets better. I want to see good things happening, and I love to talk about it, the good, bad, and ugly. And if you are like us, like mine, we all have different views here. We don't have no journalism one-on-one here. We all come here, everybody have their own size. But when someone saying something is also good for, we also go across. That's what intellectual forum does, right? We also go across and kind of disagree, agree and disagree. That's what we do here. So if you like the vibe, if you can stand the heat in the kitchen, if you want to something, well, I put a chat in a comment section every night. You're free to come on and discuss and talk with us from whatever party you're from. This is not a one-party platform. We welcome everyone who wants to come and discuss Liberia. With that, I say thank you and have a great night. We'll see you guys willing tomorrow. Ciao, and see you guys.